It was harassment, it was humiliation. All the passengers were seated. Till now, I think about it. So 3 years and 4 months and a day have passed.
July 1st, 2015, Naya Farah and her girlfriend Amal Haddad were traveling with their two seeing eye dogs and Farah's daughter from right here at Terminal 3 at Pearson International Airport. Now, the two old friends, well, they're both visually impaired, though they traveled on multiple airlines with their seeing eye dogs on multiple occasions. Though on that day, when they boarded a Jet Airways flight here at Pearson, they were told they would have to put muzzles on their specially trained dogs if they wanted to stay on the plane. Eventually, they were escorted off the flight, and that has led to what could be a precedent-setting Canadian human rights inquiry.
My friend, my daughter, and I pre-boarded the airplane. Our dogs, in fact, were at our feet, sleeping. And suddenly we have that crew person come to us and say, do you have muzzles for your dogs? She said, well, the pilot is requesting that your dogs be muzzled.
Naya Farah says she lost her full sight by the time she turned 30. For the last 12 years, her dog Evie, who's now retired, has accompanied her around the world. She and her friend Amal Haddad, who we were only able to speak with over the phone today, say their dogs were behaving perfectly, and both did all their homework before boarding Jet Airways Flight 299.
We came prepared with way more documents that they required. The pilot had made his mind that he didn't want us on board.
The incident led to the party of three asking for police to board the plane in a last-ditch effort to be allowed to stay on the plane. Eventually, they were let off by Peel Police, who they say were very apologetic. The whole incident has led to a complaint being filed with the Canadian Human Rights Commission, which has now asked for the Canadian Human Rights Tribunal for an official inquiry.
This will be a test case for the rights of visually impaired passengers who travel with guide dogs.
Jet Airways is a carrier from India. Part of their defense to the Human Rights Commission states that they asked the dogs to be muzzled because they were acting unruly and because they had to follow the laws of India and for the safety of other passengers. Air passenger rights advocate Gabor Lukacs representing the two disabled women.
The law in Canada, the state of the law, is that it is not proper, it is improper to muzzle dogs who are service animals.
The Commission's conclusion notes that Jet Airways' defense is inconsistent. It states that the cabin crew asked the complainants muzzle their dogs temporarily until other passengers board the flight, but also states that the complainants had to muzzle their dogs during the flight to adhere to the laws of India. For the two friends, the fact an inquiry has been requested isn't a full victory, but they feel it's an important landmark for it even to get to this point.
What do you hope the outcome is from the inquiry?
The hope is, number one, this will never happen to any guide dog user traveling with Jet Airways. The hope is Jet Airways will understand that there is human rights legislation and protection of rights.
CityNews reached out to Jet Airways today for comment. They've yet to respond to my email. Now, one of the first steps of the inquiry is seeing if the two sides will sit down with a mediator. If that doesn't happen, this will go to a hearing. It's a story we're sure to follow in the weeks ahead.